There we go. Gotta remember to turn my mic on. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot that. Anyways, how's it going, everybody? Crocodile King here. Hey, 40X Games, how's it going? We're here to react to the RWBY Volume 8 soundtrack, which is just released a couple days ago. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to listen to it right away, at least not while on stream, because I was away at my friend's house for New Year's, which, in my opinion, was a great way to kick off 2022. Honestly, I don't see it like even though it was released on New Year's Eve, I feel like this isn't ending 2021. It's starting 2022, where hopefully things are going to get better in the world right now because things are getting pretty crazy with the new variant on COVID. But let's not talk about that right now. Let's just focus on something that really has brought a lot of people together, in my opinion, throughout this whole pandemic, which is our love for RWBY and just love for gaming and just a lot of other stuff. So, say we get started right away. So, I'm going to be reacting to at least every vocal track in the soundtrack, including "For Every Life," "The Sky's Falling," "Be Strong and Hit Stuff," "The Truth," "Treasure," and eventually "Friend." And yes, Dragonstrove or Swift Darkwing, if you want to call him that. Hey, how's it going? And uh oh, okay, sorry, just had to look at another message from another friend. So anyways, I'm really excited to hear this. We have been waiting many months for this. Of course, y'all know that Casey, Jeff, and they've been going through some kind of situation in their family, which is completely understandable. Like, honestly, I expected this soundtrack to come out pretty late, even without that situation, because of the whole pandemic making it harder for people to get together and work on stuff like this. So I just really hope I don't want to see any slandering towards Jeff or Casey or any of the crewbie in the chat, or else you will be blocked. So hopefully hopefully I won't have to do that. But please, if you have any sort of, I'm sorry, I'm terrible with coming up with stuff like this to say on the fly. But like I said before, I don't want to see any slandering towards anyone involved with the music or anyone involved with the crewbie in in the chat or anything. And I can see the chat over there at all times, so so anything that I do see, I will immediately pick up on it. And not sure if just find a way to. This is actually the very first time that I streamed on YouTube, so this is gonna be a huge first for me. But anyways, if I could do this here first, should be go. Yep, that's ready to go. Yep, good. I'll close out the Persona music that I had playing earlier. So we're going to start right now. Hopefully you enjoy my reaction to this. Bringing this up to see how many people are here. If it will, I'm not sure if it will show me how many people are watching, but anyways, I'm just gonna start it now. No more delays. Let's get started. We're going to be starting with the intro song "For Every Life." Now, I'm going to be honest, I thought, like, when I first heard this song, like before I found out the title, I thought it was going to be titled "The End" because they keep hinting towards the end of the story coming up, or perhaps like the end to this volume being something that we're not going to be happy with, at least in terms of like the story and the characters and where things are going, which we obviously were not. Atlas was destroyed. He lost a very dear friend, and uh, and pretty much all four of our main heroes are trapped in an alternate dimension. Possibly, we still don't know many answers. There's still many things we don't know about that island, but hopefully we will get some answers soon. But anyways, here we go. For Every Life, I'm gonna bring up screen here. So it's gonna be the upload by Sirs and Madams Entertainment. They do a lot of great stuff when it comes to getting the doing music, especially in terms of RWBY music, and I really am a big fan of their stuff. If you want, I can actually, you know what? No, I'll provide a link to them later. But I can link them in my I'll link them in my Twitter. My Twitter's linked down below. I will post a tweet about thanking them for the links that they gave, these links that they gave us with the lyrics and everything. So I will first I will first react to the song like once all the way through, and then I might do another one where I will pause and just kind of look over the lyrics as we go and just kind of analyzing them. So hopefully this goes pretty well. So let's get started with For Every Life. We got all the audio ready to go. I just want to lower my mic. Yeah, just want to lower my mic a little bit just so I'm not overpowering the music. I want to give a good balance. So here we go. For Every Life. In 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, this is such a bop when it first started.
We said goodbye to all the things we loved. Gave up our lives just to find that it was not enough. We left in faith, left our silence to our carefree peace. What we thought would change the world, just a childish dream. We failed to stop our own demise. As tragic as before our eyes. Hope has no place here. Maybe the path that leads away home will finally clear. Maybe the end we tried to avoid is already here. Some roses will never bloom. Some dreams will rot on the vine. Some lives will end much too soon. Some people will never ever die. Some wars will not end in peace. Some heroes choose the wrong side. Sometimes the path that only breaks the fall and fight for every life. We tried to rise, defeat the hate through love. Keep hope alive, trust our hearts and somehow survive.
Haven't seen this yet. I was just guys, the lyrics in the pop up.
And gave up everything, but in the end there's only failure, only suffering. My plans of triumph torn apart in endless
Oh, Jeff in the background. Always gets good job.
victory.
There will be no victory in strength.
All that remains, the end of the tale is worse than we feared. All that remains, collapsed in the void.
In the void. Oh man, there's foreshadowing.
Some roses will
Ooh, man, Casey. Impact of what she says. Some roses.
Some lives will end much too soon. Some people will never ever die. Some wars will not end in peace. Some heroes choose the wrong side. Sometimes it's worth it only risks the fall and fight for everything we love.
Oh,
For all we've ever known, maybe it's just fantasy. A foolish goal we can't achieve. This battle's near the end. Faster every day. The path to victory fades away. The fate is drawing near. Will this be the day?
oh, this will be the day.
Always fear.
Oh boy. So I love the first three. This is giving me a lot of When It Falls vibes. Yeah, Nasty is always on the guitar. It's amazing.
Some roses will never bloom. Some dreams will rot on the vine. Some lives will end much too soon. Some people will never ever die. Some wars will not end in peace. Some heroes choose
Sorry for bumping my mic. I forgot that this was on a playlist. I need to. Uh, I don't think I can turn off autoplay for that. So anyway, holy crap! That song, like, if we had heard that entire song, like, since the beginning of Volume 8, I guarantee that we all would have predicted that things are not going to go well. Like we already knew that things were that shit was hitting the fan when Salem came to Atlas at the end of Volume 7, but that's just the final nail in the coffin right there. So what I'm actually gonna do is, like I said, I'm going to kind of go through it again and just kind of analyze the lyrics a little further, at least past what we've already heard in the song. I just need to ask, how's the audio sounding compared to my mic? I need to know that before I start analyzing. And probably the one thing that's probably the most important to me is that the creation episode where they turned Penny into a real girl, it gave us a lot of false hope that maybe Penny would make it out of this fine, but man, this hurts. Gang, thanks for joining. Alright, let's hope my mic's sounding fine compared to the audio. I'm gonna turn this down a tiny bit. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna get a lot of pauses here. Not to trust love. Yeah, that's what they had to do to become huntsmen, but yeah. See, I noticed that a lot of that the two volumes that had songs like these, volumes 3 and now volume 8, had songs like this where they basically predicted that things are not going to go well. And that was in both seasons where a kingdom basically fell, whether it was Vale or Atlas. And Mistral was it didn't really fall, but it was basically deemed too unsafe for the Relic of Knowledge, but now it's in the hands of Salem, so it's pretty much. Oh yeah. Yep. Yep. Already ahead of you. Already got quite a few of the tracks. There is one non-vocal track that I'm going to be reacting to, but I'll let you know what that is when we get to that. So let's just keep going. A sea of broken hearts. That's kind of like like an endless sea of broken hearts. That kind of I don't know if that's a nod to like the Grim River that they found in episode 5, or if it's the or if it's just a nod to like it's probably a nod to Atlas being sunken by the ocean after it crashed into Mantle, and plans of Triumph torn apart. Like pretty much all their plans were ruined when Cinder got the information from Jin. And I still remember the expression on Jin's face in the chapter where she revealed everything to Cinder. Like there was a part of her that didn't want to do it, but she just had no choice. Ugh, that really hurt. And that part really hurt. And that is a very clear nod to the first bit of dialogue that we hear in RWBY, where Salem was giving her monologue, saying that there will be no victory in strength because there isn't a victory in strength because you can't kill Salem. The only way that she can die is if the gods remove her curse. But it's just like what Osmond said after that, where strength is, or where victory lies in the simpler things you forgot about, a smaller, more honest soul, like Ruby's. So I can only hope that one day that soul will get through to Salem, but I honestly highly doubt it. I I'm willing to bet that it's probably going to come down to, but she has inspired a lot of people to really rise up against seemingly hopeless odds. Particularly, the one that stands out to me the most was Whitley, of how he was kind of a wreck after Jacques got arrested, but then he really came into his own this volume. He was actually one of my favorite characters in Volume 8. How and I especially like how he didn't call Klein or help out with Penny just to gain Weiss's approval. He was just did it out of basic human decency, which I think is the best reason to do it. So yeah, I really think Whitley came into his own this volume. I hope we get more of him as the volumes go on, but I just don't know what he's able to do when he's stuck in vacuo. But we'll see. So Strength's Not Victory was a great line to add into that point. So oh my god. Sorry that by the way, I'm really sorry. I don't know why my camcorder keeps doing that when I'm streaming. So here's what I'm going to do. Just 1 second. I am going to change. There we go. I have to move to this smaller webcam that I used for previous streams. It's not as good. It doesn't have as wide of a lens as my regular one. I just don't know what else to do. Fortunately, with my camcorder, if you leave it like without pressing the record button for too long, then it's just going to go into that sleep mode that you saw there. So we're gonna have to put me here, and I guess I'll put the screen up here. I'm really sorry about this. I need to do something with that camcorder, or possibly even get a new one. We'll see. But let's just keep going. So I'm just gonna. Okay, let's just start from here. Yeah. Yeah, Collapse in the Void is a perfect foreshadow. It, like, again, if we had heard that, then we basically would have known that basically at least all of Team RWBY was going to fall into that void, especially after Ambrosius gave them the warning of do not fall. So I can only imagine, like, it's gonna be especially bad for John and Weiss because they witnessed Penny's death. Like especially John, since he is the one who had to do the deed in order to keep the Winter Power from Cinder, and he and Weiss are gonna have to break the news to everybody that Penny died for real. So, man, I swear, Jean needs therapy. Like, we don't, like, I know we all need therapy, but Jean more than anyone. Man, I just got chills from the impact from Casey. At least at that point, when you said some roses will never bloom. Like, even more than the first chorus, like just the way that she delivered those notes was just so impactful. I just gotta hear it. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. I can never praise Casey's vocal ability enough. And if you haven't heard it, which I hope you have, but if you haven't and you're watching this, there is one song from the RWBY Volume 4 soundtrack called This Life Is Mine. It is probably the one, like, I wouldn't call it my favorite song from all of RWBY, but I will say that it's probably the one song that I believe demonstrates Casey's vocal abilities better than any other song she's recorded, at least from what I've heard. I haven't heard a lot of the stuff from her band, Okay Goodnight, but I do know that we're going to at least hear one of them because one of the songs by her band was featured in the Volume 8 soundtrack, so I'm excited to hear that one. But yeah, This Life Is Mine, if you haven't heard it, please watch it, or please listen to it. It's just a perfect demonstration of how good of a singer Casey is. Okay, so this is where it changes. That's a pretty good nod to how people are really starting to lose hope with the fact that they know Salem is here and that she can't die. Like it's pretty much impossible odds, and like and even that line, sometimes it's worth it all to risk the fall. Like they know that since they're at war, they have to take risks if they want even some kind of advantage over Salem. But they had a great idea in it, and there was just one trump card that Cinder had that just ended up working against them. So that's a very clever nod to this will be the day of the very first intro theme first season. It's a really good nod to that song, but it's just such a stark contrast of when they started to where they are now. And speaking of which, I'm still betting on Raven being the way that they get out of the island dimension, because Raven can open portals to people she has a bond with, which in this case is Yang. So I'm willing to bet that she can open a portal to Yang no matter where she might be. So hopefully that will work. But anyways, every time I hear every time I hear a solo from Jeff, I'm always blown away by how good he is at guitar. Like that little percussion at the end there, that was really good. Oh man, that had to be one of the most chilling intro themes they've ever had. Like even When It Falls, I believe, didn't have as much of an impact as this one, because back then we didn't know like the whole grand scheme of everything, but this time we're completely in the know. So that just makes it all the more impactful. That was a great intro song. I'm really impressed with the sound team, Jeff, Casey, Alex, and everyone who worked on it. And thanks again to Susan Adams for the video with the lyrics. It was amazing. So this one in particular, I believe I've been looking forward to the most hearing, because like ever since I heard it in chapter 4 when they're on the when Yang, Ren, and Jean are chasing the Hound through the canyons near Mantle, trying to get Oscar back, and they're ambushed by the other Grimm. Like, it says, like it's literally called "The Sky Is Falling," and that's basically what happens as Atlas falls onto Mantle in the end. It's kind of a prediction of how things are gonna end. Kind of like the intro, but this one's kind of more in your face about it. So, let's take a look at this one. Sky is falling. Oh, Lamar Hall's in it. Oh, Lamar. Okay, now I'm even more excited. Okay. Let's get this started. And by the way, I apologize if my singing is terrible. The horror just won't stop and endless scream.
But this is not subconscious, we're not imagining. We're wide awake, this is reality. Our world lost without a soul, losing all control, not getting closer. Every day is just another dose of torture. Now we pay the cost.
Oh, okay, this is new.
Is lost, this nightmares are real life. Better cover up your eyes, my friend, the sky is falling. Cannot run the ruin of our lives. But near the end, the final days are calling. Hold on now, the sky is falling down.
Oh, this is such a good beat. I love this. I think it's instrumentation. Yeah. Literally.
Lost all my hopes and dreams. Watched my life flash by in scenes, and it seems there's no soul on the video screen. But I'm green, trying to figure out what all of it means. Staring at the casket, hoping to move past it, knowing things will never be the same. And that's it. Close soaked as I stand in the rain, feeling nothing but pain until I see you again. Feel the waves crash loud and hard. Oh God, lost control. I think I'm gonna lose it. All my sanity's slipping away. Oh Lord, press record. I die without the music. Each breath is closer to my death. Except that which is this life is none left. Let my demons live on through my legacy. Study my pedigree. I need therapy.
We all need therapy, trust me. Oh my god. That could honestly be John's point of view here, especially considering what happened at the end.
Cover up your eyes, my friend, the sky is falling. Cannot run the ruin of our life. But we're near the end, the final days are calling. Hold on now, the sky is falling down.
This is the part where they fall off the cliff. They get caught by Ren. Oh man, that was crazy. I loved that rap from Lamar. That kind of like I said earlier, that was kind of like Jean's point of view, especially when it says I need therapy, because I feel like he really does. So okay, so these lyrics in the first verse are new because at that point I think things were I think it was just instrumentation until it got to the chorus. So I'm just
Every
gonna
day is just another dose of torture. Now we pay the cost. The race is lost. This nightmares are real life. Better cover up your eyes, my friend. The sky is falling. Cannot run the ruin of our lives. We recover near the end. The final days are calling. Hold on now. The sky is falling down.
This is probably one that I'm gonna be listening to a lot.
A curse that's never ending. This path with no escape. The sudden death we're trapped in slow decay.
Yeah.
Words are not symbolic, but torment's all too real.
Eternal Enemy, definitely, because Salem's been alive for millennia. Oh, they're sliding down the holes of reference to falling in the void again. The floodgates are literally open after Alice is sunk. Sorry, I'm yawning.
Lost all my hopes and dreams. Watch my life flash by in scenes, and it seems there's no soul on the video screen. But I'm green, trying to figure out what all of it means. Staring at the casket, hoping to move past it, knowing things will never be the same. And that's it. Close soaked as I stand in the rain, feeling nothing but pain until I see you again. Feel the waves crash loud and hard. Oh,
definitely Sean talking about Pyrrha.
All my sanity slipping away. Oh Lord, press record. I die without the music. Each breath is closer to my death. Except that which is this life is none left. Let my demons live on through my legacy. Study my pedigree. I need therapy.
Yeah, that's definitely the point of view of Sean. Because he lost Pyrrha, he was forced to kill Penny, and oh man, yeah. I think Sean's the one character that needs therapy more than any other in the show right now. Even more than RWBY. It was kind of a good finishing instrumental to cap that one off. Oh man, that was good. All right, so the next one is Be Strong and Hit Stuff. Oh god, so that is clearly a reference to what Nora basically defines herself as, the kind of character is the kind of person who's only good for having strong muscles and hitting stuff really hard. But we all know that she's a lot more than that. Ren basically described it perfectly during that scene in Weiss's room. Like, he basically described not only why he, but why we all love Nora. Because even though she is strong and loves to hit stuff really hard, she's supportive, she's energetic, she's just lovable. She's one of the most lovable characters in the whole show. And hopefully we get a bit of that in this song. So Be Strong and Hit Stuff. Let's check this one out. This is the one that played when everyone just ganged up on Ironwood, which is really satisfying. So let's check it out. Well, it kind of sounds like Boob. That makes sense because it's Nora.
No one's gonna break your heart but you. No one in this world is ever gonna have the strength it takes, the force to make the pride to take you down. Ain't nobody doubting you but you. Ain't nobody who don't believe in your greatness. We see what your fate is to run your way. It's just your demon more every day. The waiting is on. All the pain you faced is no disgrace. You're made from all those scars. It's okay. In time you will grow, but that doesn't mean you're not already whole. Mistakes that you've made will stay in the past. Redemption is yours if you follow that path. Oh, just hold on, stay tough, be strong and take steps.
Oh my god. I always laugh when I hear that part of the song. But, so this isn't singing from Nora's perspective. This is like kind of singing a song to Nora about how she really is her own person.
Picture if you can, a younger you. Think about a little soul would feel if they could see you. There's no doubt their jaw would drop and say, oh wow. More than you would ever dreamed
almost like Ren singing to Nora. Probably better. I'm gonna have to look from here because my monitor over here just unplugged.
There's no need to wish upon a star. Just open your eyes to who you are. The path to yourself is never clear. When you're lost, you grow and have no fear. You'll reappear. Rise up from your darkest day. Look at yourself and say, it's okay. In time you will grow, but that doesn't mean you're not already whole. Mistakes that you've made will stay in the past. Redemption is yours if you follow that path. Oh, just hold on, stay tough, be strong and take steps.
Gonna hear the instrumentation at the end of the fight. Boo! That's when Witcher takes his final slice at Ironwood. Nice. Okay, good. I was able to stop before it kept going. All right. Unfortunately, like I said, my monitor here just unplugged because I had to move my camera, but I just need to fix that for a sec. Just give me.
Clean the linens, sweep the floors, shut your mouth and do your chores. Scrub the dishes in the sink, no one said that you should think. Shine the silver, wash the clothes, and when you're finished, darn the socks. Draw my bath, fetch my slippers, fill my glass and rub my feet. Hurry up, you're so slow, you're no good. I hope you know that your life is of no use, and the truth is that no one's ever loved you.
You could tell that I don't stream very much because my mic was muted the entire time I was talking. I am such a moron. I am so sorry. Okay, let me try that again. So, I'm going to be completely honest. The fact that that song was only 50 seconds long, like, I really wish we'd gotten a full version of that because it could really delve deeper into Cinder's trauma and why she became the monster she is. And even more so, like, the backstory episode was really not that good, if I can be honest, because it was pretty much a by the book retelling of Cinderella's backstory until Cinder murdered her stepfamily out of just the fact that she couldn't take any more abuse from them. But still, I just wish they could have made a couple more changes to make it a little more interesting. And the only because abuse was all Cinder ever knew, which is why she treated Emerald like crap. But one thing I'm really looking forward to seeing is what will happen when Emerald comes across Cinder again, because Cinder knows that Emerald has abandoned her. So we'll see how that comes about in future volumes. But anyways, that was the truth. I guess it just got it was. I guess it was okay that it got straight to the point of how Cinder's stepfamily felt about her. But anyway, let's move on to Treasure. This is, I think, the song that played when the teams reunited at the Schnee Manor just before Ironwood delivered the message. So let's take a listen to this one. This is probably gonna be a sweeter one.
Night and day I've
Yep.
waited for the moment when I'd see your face and feel you near. All alone in crowded rooms I'm in, complete, my life is paused when you're not here.
I'm thinking of two specific people.
Though I
I
walk this world, I
Think of two specific people right now when listening to this song that this could go between. I won't say who they are, but
every thought's of you, and for now you're not around. But that's alright, I'll be just fine. I'm not concerned.
and by the way, they're not characters in RWBY. I'm thinking of.
If forever comes and goes, I won't pay it no mind. 'Cause the treasure of my life is being by your side.
I'm not gonna say who I'm thinking of, so don't bother asking me.
Hour after hour, I spend dreaming that your voice will wake my slumbering ear. Numb and lost, I wander with no place to go, just aimless till you reappear.
I just can't help but smile
Till
listening to
you
this.
come in view, I keep watch with these sore eyes. Looking through the tears as the days creep slowly by. But that's alright, the treasure of my life is being where you are. Nothing's gonna shake my faith. I know you're coming back real soon to my embrace. Though time goes by so slow, I'm never letting go. I won't give up if I spend my life. I know that that's alright. I'll be just fine. I'm not concerned with sands of time. If forever comes and goes, I won't pay it no mind. 'Cause the treasure of my life is being by your side.
That could be a song directed to a couple pairings of characters. I now know what's next, but separate when we get to it. Okay. But anyways, that could be directed at either the pairing of Ren and Nora or the pairing of Yang and Blake. But whenever I heard those lyrics, there were two real life people that are a couple that I know of. And those lyrics are probably the perfect ones to say to these two particular, because unfortunately they don't live in the same place. So, but okay, I'm probably kind of giving away who it is, but yeah, I'm just thinking of those two particular people, and I feel like those lyrics best describe their relationship, at least to me. And it was incredibly sweet. I just couldn't help but have a smile on my face the entire time that song was playing. But oh man, we're now going straight for the waterworks now, because the next song, Friend. Now I'm just gonna move this down a little bit more. Hold my camera up just one sec. As you all know, we lost a dear friend this volume. Over here. We lost a very dear friend this volume. Just when we thought we'd be able to see through to the end of the show with her, especially after she returned in volume 7, lead to have her ripped away from us again, just not even 2 full volumes later. The best way to describe Penny, friend, that's the perfect title for a song, either like about or actually dedicated to her. And I am so honored that I have her framed on my wall, signed by Taylor McNee herself. And I absolutely I'm absolutely honored that she will live on forever in the hearts and memories of everyone who just grew to love her over the course of the series. Because it's like they kept saying, it didn't matter that she was made of nuts and bolts instead of squishy guts. She was real, all of us. And I know that many people watching this have heard this song already because it was released on its own single months ago. give people something to tide them over until the full soundtrack came out. Sorry, I keep it. Okay, I think. So, friend, Jeff and Casey Lee Williams. But yeah, uh, I honestly wasn't sure. I was honestly not sure if I wanted to stream, but I feel like it's the kind of song that deserves to be mentioned in any conversation about its best music, like no matter when it is. So I am going to play this song just for whoever of you have not heard it, just waiting for the full soundtrack to hear it, other than in the credits, because you can always hear the full theme in the credits. But lyrics are here. Let's get this started, friend. A tribute to Penny Polendina. Let's go. And just one more thing, I am going to be singing this one as best as I can, trying to do it justice, but again, I'm not the best singer in the world, so I apologize if it doesn't sound that great to you, but I just feel like I deserve, like, this, that this film, that this music, that this song, I can't even talk, that this song deserves everything that I can give it, so let's get it started.
Darkness like midnight, moonless, there's no light. Another lonely day is ending. Searching forever, waiting, but never finding the only thing I dream of. The warmth of a smile that stays for a while. The face of a friend that won't leave. I heard a song once. It was this point of view that wishes made on stars are likely to come true. So here's my secret. At bedtime every night, I'd search the sky and hope to find a star who'd send a light to me. The one thing I need, just one kind soul with a heart of gold. Then my dreams became real and I finally feel not alone. Do hugs always make you feel this warm? My wish came true the day that you appeared and called me friend. An answered prayer, a chance to share the world, to be a girl who finally felt alive.
Come on, you know it's hard not to get emotional when listening to this song, I swear.
I'm
So excited. Looking for many friendship things. Bitterness, trifles, talk about you boys. We'll be attached but not by strings. And when you got problems, well then I've got problems too. You'll never face this world alone. I'll be right here, it's you and me. Protectors of each other's what we'll be. Just who's on my soul through the nuts and bolts. You're the friends I can trust. Help me see I'm not just a machine. And is this what all the feels means? Yes, it is what all the feels means. It gives you the saddest smiles to hear this song when you hear this song. I especially love the art that they have on here that was used in the single. It's absolutely phenomenal. Combat ready since the day that made me. Now I'm for something more. It's unwholesome but strangely, I've got friends I'm fighting for. Though I found that humanity, it came with sacrifice. Act to shield you from the wicked, even if I can't live for real. It was worth it to know you. My wish came true the day that you appeared and called me friend. An answered prayer, a chance to share the world, to be a girl who finally felt alive. Oh my god. That is painful. Listening to that song, it makes you smile, but for the worst reasons. Like, just because of what happened. Because, alright, I gotta go back. So, I especially love the line of, I heard a song once that poses a point of view that wishes me on stars are likely to come true. That's a great song to When You Wish Upon a Star from Pinocchio, which Penny is obviously based upon, the Disney film that, and plus the theme song that's become synonymous with Disney. And it's like Penny was constantly, she was constantly looking for her own identity outside of just being a machine, like basically just being a war machine. And she found that through RWBY, and even though it wasn't for long, because I just, these lyrics here, those really get to me, because even if I can't live for real, it was worth it to know you. Because not even an hour after she was turned into a real human, that new humanity she had, it basically what led to her death at the hands of Cinder. I'm not blaming Jean for any of this. This was all on Cinder. But we all know that it's gonna fall on Jean's conscience anyway. But oh my god, this song just really gets to you. Sorry, I know that I'm terrible at finding the right words to say in times like these. I'm terrible at that. But I think it's time for us to move on to another one. So this is the song that I was talking about earlier that was done by Casey's band Okay Goodnight, called Awake. Now this is the other song that played in Cinder's backstory when she was fighting Rhodes after murdering her stepfamily. So it's 5 minutes 40 seconds, pretty long. So let's see what this one has to offer. I'm surprised by the techno theme intro here. Okay, good night. Good night. Well, this must be the album it was released on, because I know that it was featured on their album before the RWBY soundtrack was released. So let's double check that. like the impactful piano here. It's deep foreboding. Whoa. Good guitar work. I need to know who's doing that because I don't think it's Jeff, but yeah, because Jeff wasn't credited for this song. It was all of people. Pretty much what Cinder was feeling when she finally broke free from her stepfamily, but it did, and it did in her mind. Yeah, this is starting to sound familiar. Yep. That's basically what Salem did to Cinder. She replaced her hand with a shadow hand, so guitar work. Damn. Damn. That was kind of a good a good look into Cinder's mindset, like at that moment, because like I said, abuse was all she ever knew. Because even before she was taken into Atlas, she was still bullied quite a lot. Yeah. And I guess now thinking about it, I guess the song The Truth, when it says the truth is no one's ever loved you, that's kind of the case now because nobody cares about Cinder at all. Both in the fandom and in the show, if I'm being honest. So, man. But I think that's every vocal track, at least every new vocal track that was released in the Volume 8 soundtrack. I'm not gonna listen to the Touch the Sky remix. I'm not really into listening to the remix of old songs, but there is one instrumental track that I want to listen to because there was one like as soon as I heard it in the episode, just the rush of emotion that came with it. Yeah, you saw me type it in. It's the final word. It's the one where Penny dies and passes the maiden power on to Winter, and Winter makes her way into the vault space to fight Cinder. I think there's actually one that has the footage along with it. Yes. So thank you, Shang Raptor, for making this, because I like to see it, because I kind of like watching some of the RWBY fight scenes with only the score, with no sound effects, no voice, just the music. So yeah, it starts right after Penny gets injured. Time to heal her. There is something you can do. Let her choose this one thing. That smile on her face. It is done. And I've said this in my reaction to the chapter, but I'll say it again. That probably had to be, like, this chapter was probably the best, the best performance we've ever gotten out of Miles for Jean. Like, that was absolutely incredible. And there's something I wanted to touch upon here that I didn't really elaborate that much in my reaction to chapter 14 during this scene. It's your power after all. Oh, sorry, I'll put it full screen right into that. Following orders. Now, I kind of wish, instead of saying the final word part 2 or part 1, before we go any further, I wish that they just had that first piece up till the end of this scene saying, "You were my friend." Because I kind of like it better when they had different titles for different pieces of the sound of the instrumental soundtrack throughout the episodes, saying, "You were my friend." Now, okay, so take a look there. The reason why I uttered John's name here is because the aura color in between their hands looks very similar to Jean's. And because I remember back in Volume 7 when Penny got the Winter Maiden power from Freya, the aura color was light blue to match Freya's aura color, as that was being transferred, as her maiden power was being transferred to Penny. But so I thought that it would be green when Penny transferred her power to Winter, but it's yellow, which is the color of Jean's. So I thought maybe Jean was somehow helping Penny transfer the maiden power, but I can see, but now that watching this again, I can see a little like green particles in there, but it looks, but it's mainly yellow. So I thought Jean might have been involved with that somehow. So that was a little strange to me. But anyways, I especially like the detail of how they have Winter in her Volume 7 outfit specifically, because that's how Penny remembers Winter, because she hadn't seen her in her Aesop's uniform after she was injured by Cinder. So that's how she remembers Winter. I think that's amazing attention to detail. I won't be gone. I'll be a part of you. And there was one other person who I saw did a review on Volume 8, kind of touched upon something that I agree with. I wish was included in this scene. It's where because the scene takes place after Ruby fell into the void. I wish that Penny would say something along the lines of what was said in her lyrics, like the lyrics I mentioned earlier. If I can't live for real, it was worth it to know you. I wish she could tell Winter to pass along a message to Ruby. Like, even though Winter was the last person in her thoughts, Ruby was always there. So, was always there too. So, I think it would have been amazing. Like, it would have been even more sad, but it would have added a lot more weight to this if Penny told Winter, like, something like, I don't know where Ruby is, but if you ever see her, tell her that even though I didn't get to live for long, I'm glad that I got to know her, or something along those lines. Like, that would have made this scene a whole lot more impactful. Like even though it already was at the time. That last smile from Penny. And this right here, and this is where the cutoff should be. Like, that first little piano bit should be the beginning of the track, with the title being "This Was a Gift." Just when the music swells, as soon as Winter's eyes light up with the weight and power, it immediately deflects that blast back at Ironwood and makes her way to the vault. Into the vault space. I would have liked to have seen Jean, instead of using the one blade, I feel like he should have combined the two like he did back at Haven, or even use his gravity dust again. But anyway, I love this remix of Winter's theme as she's fighting Cinder. And I like how Cinder's using fire underneath her feet to keep her up, while Winter's using snow-like winds to keep herself up in the air. I think that's a really cool touch. And then this drum, like these drums. Boom. There she goes. Now, there's one other thing that I also need to touch upon about this scene. Like when Miles said, "We need to go now." That was a really good one too. Now, one thing I noticed is that they never moved Penny's body, so it's likely that that's going to fall into the void with Sean when he fell. All that only to fall himself. I just wonder how Ren and Nora are going to handle the fact that Sean's not there with them. That would just like again, like I said earlier, the moment the music swelled after Winter said this was a gift was just sent chills down my spine. I can't get enough of that bit. This was a gift. And it still gave us like a false sense of security, I feel, because it still gave us that small glimmer of hope that yes, Penny is gone, but maybe with Winter as the new maiden, things could still turn around. But that was just so amazing. That score, Alex, Jeff, Casey, okay, good night, Lamar, everyone who worked on that soundtrack. Major props. This one was a fantastic one. I wouldn't say that it's my overall favorite of the series. I think overall that would go to Volume 4. I think that one has overall my favorite track, my favorite soundtrack in the series. But this one is definitely up there. uh it's just a huge like grand, and like I said in the description, I think it's grand and tragic, like this whole volume, and the soundtrack really helped to convey that. So honestly, I can't think of anything else to say. Like I said, I'm terrible at doing stuff like this in the moment, so I think I'm just going to leave end it off here where I ended off here. So I'm just at a loss for words. So thanks to any of you who tuned into this live. Thanks to anyone who's watching this later. And here's to an even bigger volume when Volume 9 comes around. I know it's going to come sometime in this year, but let's just hope that at least maybe by the summer, we'll see. But whenever that comes, I will definitely be back to do reactions for that. And I'll definitely be back to do more Death Battle. And I'm hoping to get more streams under my belts because I really want to get into streaming. So keep an eye on my Twitter. It's linked down in the description if you want to catch some news with me, news for me about some streams that I'm planning on doing. And I know that I haven't done the best job of finishing games that I have streamed. Like I've probably done like 3 games where I've started but never finished. So I want to change that. So that's why I want to announce right here, right now. I don't know exactly when, but I will be restarting Persona 5 Strikers, and I'm going to finish it all the way to the end because this was before I got my new computer and was really able to have all the tools that I really needed to stream seriously. So once I have everything settled here, I will definitely be posting an announcement on Twitter of when I will be starting that. So hope you're all excited. And with that said, I think now is the time to draw this to a close. Because honestly, the time that a volume is truly over, I believe, is when the soundtrack is released. And now that we have it, Volume 8 is truly in the books. So, again, thank you for watching either live or just watching it at another point. But with that said, I'm the Crocodile King. You guys have a great one. Thanks a lot.